On to homework problem number 4. So for this one, we're given. This looks like we're just given P, but the rest of it we can see on the actual image here. So let's just write P equals 105 lb, and looks like we've got two other forces. They're not quite giving them anything really. They're not given any angles. We're just given alpha. And we do know this angle of incline. And well, we do know that each of the lines, that's a 60-pound force, that's a 120-pound force. So, well, we can name them if we want, but let's just see what we can do here. For this problem, we do know that since this is statics, that this is a static object, which means that the sum of the forces in the y direction equals 0, and the sum of the forces in the x direction also equal 0. So what we can say then is that P sine of A for the y direction, P sine of A minus 120 sine of A. I believe that's it, because this isn't acting in the y direction at all. Those forces, well, no, this wouldn't be sine, this would be cosine. That these forces would equal 0. And what this pretty much means is P sine A is going to be equal to 120 cosine A. We can write that. And now from here, we can make this divide well, yes, yeah, okay. We can write what P is. This is 105, and now from here we divide by 105, and we also divide by cosine. So cosine cancels, and then 105 cancels. So now we're left with sine A cosine A is 120 over 105. And of course, we know that this whole expression here is tan A. And simply enough, we can do the inverse tangent of this to get A. So we do inverse tan of 120 over 105, and A equals 48.81. Let's check. And that's correct. Next part is finding the resultant. So same thing we did with y. Let's do it with x. So we have a 60-pound force And we also have P, so we can say P cosine of A plus 60 minus 120 sine A equals 0. Well, actually, it would not be that, no. It's going to be plus. The direction of this arrow is pushing in, it's not pulling actually away from the object, so everything's acting in the same thing. However, this is going to be since we're trying to find the resultant minus the resultant. Or not the resultant force. So all of these forces are acting against this force R. So again, we're pretty much just saying that R equals P cosine. Well, let's just start plugging in the numbers. 105 cosine of 48.81 plus 60 plus 120 sine of 48.81. And when we add all that up, okay, yes, so when you add these up, you get 219.45. And plugging this in, we are correct. So that is how you do problem 4 and 5.